So last year during COVID, my kids wanted a playhouse, so this is what I ended up building. It's basically a house that's about 7 feet up, 8 feet wide, about 12 feet long. Deck's around 4 feet or so, and the inside is about 8 by 8. And then it has a 12-foot long beam for swing set and whatever else you want to put on there. Basically, inside you got a nice porch. I used a smaller lumber for the decking just so it looked a little more miniature. Just some small windows that you can open and close. You know, some lights out here. Everything, all the lights in this playhouse are all Wi-Fi controlled. Yeah, the door was all hand built. It's tongue and groove board, and then put a threshold in there. And then let's move to the inside. This is vinyl planking flooring. It's got a TV. It has a heater that's controlled with a wall thermostat. It's a 240 volt heater. Obviously we got some technology, some Google Home, some receivers for some music. We have some speakers in here on the back wall. And then we just recently put an air conditioner in here because this whole playhouse is insulated. So in the wintertime you can actually come out here, and we've stayed out here in the winter. Last year it was a lot of fun. This is one of the other things I had found was a dehumidifier we could run out here in the winter just because it gets really humid in such a small area. So this was kind of a hard find just because it was so small and I wanted something quiet. And then the back wall we have, this is basically the electricity. It's basically 30 amps in. It's got 15 for lights, 20 amp for the outlets, and then 20 amp circuit for the heat, which then I have it hooked up to it's a mice Wi-Fi thermostat that works for electric heat. And then also mounted the switches higher for the exterior lights, some spotlights outside, and actually have a lid on the soffit so we can put Christmas lights in the winter. But yeah, it's the floor is insulated. There's a foam board underneath that keeps the floor warm in the winter, cool in the summer. We have a camera so that we can talk to the kids or see what they're up to when they're in here. This is actually this is a tri-fold memory foam California size king bed. So this will actually open up all the way. It goes to about that wall. Like I said, it's about 3 inches thick, and it's very comfortable. So we just roll that out and we sleep in here. But other than that, it kind of just turns into a sofa that the kids can use to watch some. We have Google TV with the kids profile that keeps them kind of watching things that they should be. They got nice views out their windows, but built this like a miniature house. Like I said, we got weather stripping on the doors. So, there's in the wintertime I felt around it and there was no breeze, so it was very, very well sealed. And the door itself, like I said, it's just tongue and groove board. And, the front is just pine, but yeah, just all basically stained. And then I used an outdoor polyurethane that's UV resistant and actually holds up pretty well. So yeah, that's kind of the inside. All the electrical outlets are all tamper proof, so kids can't stick stuff in there. So had some safety things in mind when we built it. But yeah, again, everything in here, every switch is Wi-Fi enabled so that I can make sure that we turn things off, or I know if they're in here, because if they turn something on, I'll get a notification on my phone, which is kind of nice. But yeah, moving outside, obviously the staircase, it looks steep, but when you're going down it, it's really manageable. And I went up and down that thing probably thousands of times, putting all the tongue and groove board in the inside, and it's never fell once. So I guess put a lot of handle rails on there for the kids, and they've been doing really well, so that's good. Again, we got some outdoor speakers that come off that receiver inside, and then underneath 4x4s with a lot of bracing, and then hurricane supports, so if we get some big winds in here, this thing's not really going to go anywhere. If I did it again, I probably would have used 6x6s, but during the lumber shortage last year, it was just hard to get it. The only reason I would have done that is it would have been a little bit more probably steady, but for the most part, it's pretty solid above. But like I said, I have a foam board underneath that basically insulates the floor. But yeah, you can see there's just a lot of bracing. The electrical comes in, it's buried conduit all the way to another building. And like I said, that's a 30 amp circuit that runs everything out here. But yeah, I got some conduit. Then I actually did some electrical outlets out here so I can power my lights. So I did some bending with the conduit, and that's the backside. So yep, I did put soffits all around the whole thing, which I guess may have been a little bit overkill, but it just gave it a nice finished look. And the roof is just a standard metal roof. It'll probably last me for as long as I have to live. But yeah, like I said, it's pretty cool. And like I said, we got some outlets in there for like Christmas lights in the winter time. Some outlets underneath so we can basically, if kids want to camp out here or whatever, or neighbors want to come over in tents, and we can definitely do that. But yeah, I guess that's just kind of a quick little video of what I put together last year during COVID. And essentially I was lucky when I built this because wood prices were just starting to go up, so I was fortunate that I was able to get everything I had to, but it was kind of a struggle with all the shortages going on. So yeah, I think we love how it turned out, and the kids love it, and like I said, it's great for them to go out and work on homework. And it's got Wi-Fi out here, so you got internet and pretty much everything you need. Nice and cool in the summertime. But yeah, I just wanted to show what I did. Thanks for watching.